Y'all know we got to start this video off with a little bit of tea, right? I mean, big news from the episode from last night. Shout out to our friends from the Neighborhood Talk. Safari allegedly tried to hit on Sierra despite her being friends with Erica Mena. I want to be in a relationship with you, is what he allegedly told her. Now, we got to get into all the tea surrounding this. I need to know what y'all think about this situation, especially if you saw the episode. We got to get into Sierra's explanation of how this all came to be, how their private conversation came to be in the first place, and whether or not you think that she should have been having any conversation with him at all, given that she is BFF with Erica Mena. But before we get into the tea, baby, we have a sponsor for today's video. And if you a detective like me, baby, Sherlock Homeboy, let's get into this. Today's video is sponsored by June's Journey. Now, y'all know I loves me a good mystery. And as your resident Sherlock Homeboy, I'm going to find out the tea. So let's help June Parker figure out what happened in the mysterious death of her sister Claire and her husband. And baby, we got some suspects to interview and some clues to find so we can get the tea on what really went down. Now, our first stop is New York City, and we got to investigate every scene that we possibly can. And with each clue, we reach a new level. So if you're a detective in your head like me, then this is the game for you. And now I'm up late trying to shake down this killer before they strike again because listen, the suspect is still on the loose. Think you can solve the mystery? Download June's Journey using the link in the description of this video and let me know if you can solve it before I do. All right. Now, speaking of mysteries, I want to know, based on the episode, if you happen to see it, I mean, what are your thoughts about Sierra and Safari communicating in the first place for him to be able to tell her this information? Sierra offers an explanation here in the comments, okay? Someone says, why is she on the phone with a man talking about another man? She kind of opened that door because she says in the scene, and we'll get to it when we get to it, but we got to talk about it right now real quick. Because I need to know what y'all think. All right. She says that she was talking to him about Eric, right? So Sierra says this did not supposed to film on Love and Hip Hop. It was supposed to stay between our friend group. Me and Erica both said we will never talk about this. I was caught off guard in this scene when Erica mentioned it. That whole situation really mentally put me in a bad headspace. Safari was a husband to someone I call my sister. He was like a brother. Never seen that coming and made me very uncomfortable. And I'm honestly going through my healing journey and don't have time for this at all. You can tell I was very uncomfortable in this scene. I just want peace. I've been fussing with friends, men, which is out of line, going through my own battles in relationships, dealing with my own traumas. So at least she does acknowledge that, hey, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be arguing with Scrappy and stuff like that about what he got going on with Bambi, as she did instruct them not to do. Okay. Let me know what your thoughts were. Perhaps she was just maybe looking for another male figure who she felt like she was cool with, that maybe she could talk through these issues with about what she was going through with Eric. But I mean, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, how do you feel about that? Like, if your BFF is contacting your ex for advice, let me know in the chatterization, because at the end of the day, it's kind of similar. And not really, I don't want to say it's similar, but you know, Erica has also admitted that she was cool with Scrappy as well. So that's why she thought she could have a conversation with him that ultimately turned into fireworks. Okay. Let's get into this episode on a scale of 1 to 10. Baby, I'm gonna have to give this episode like a 9.9 because it was full of mess. Like, this episode was a pure hot mess of an episode. And I gotta tell you, I am here for this level of chaos and confusion, baby. Give it to me, inject it into my veins, baby, because it's given, in my opinion. All right. Like, this show gives me a lot to either be mad about, get upset about, have opinions about. And for that, I say bravo to the cast, baby. Bravo to y'all, because y'all have been a hot mess. And I am, for one, am here for it. All right. So I'm gonna give it did I say a 9.9? Or should I just give it a 10? Y'all let me know in the chat what you giving it, baby. Because to me, I had fun watching this episode because I was up in arms about so many things. So let's get into the tea. All right. Sierra plans a little spa day for Renni, because Renni has lost her mom. And so I think that is really impacting her a lot this season. I was actually wondering why she wasn't full-time this season. Was she full-time last season? I cannot recall, but I know she was introduced last season, if I'm correct on that. So now she has issues with Erica Banks, and Sierra is trying to kind of play mediator because she likes Erica and Amy, but she also likes Renni, and she considers Renni family. So she suggests that Renni and Erica have a little ponderosa to resolve the issues because truthfully, we really didn't get that much tea, I think, about why the unfollow happened, except for it involves some dude. Surprise! I mean, like, go figure. Love and hip hop. The ladies is arguing over some dude that usually, I don't want to say usually ain't worth it, but I mean, the dude is usually, marching to the beat of his own drum. I don't know what they be telling these ladies on these shows to make them believe that they be the main squeeze. But I'm like, ladies, let me help you out, okay? I said it before, I'll say it again. As a man, okay? Some of these dudes, especially these rap artist dudes, they are going to have people throwing themselves at them because it's the name of the game. It's the fame game, right? And so, unless you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that you could trust this man, I need you to look at his past, present behavior. Okay, past and present behavior, and I need you to gird your loins. You know what I'm saying? I need you to really take a holistic look at some of these dudes that y'all be fighting over. If the man is in jail and you fighting over him, baby, I ain't gonna say the man ain't worth it because I'll never reduce another person to saying that. Just because you've been to jail don't mean that that is your life story. Okay, I want you to know that. Because I have family members who have been to jail and their lives have been completely changed as a result of it for the better. Okay, but I also say this, that while that person is in jail, you really gotta. You really gotta understand. I don't know. Like it just be baffling my mind to me the way, if this man is in jail and he making you feel one way and he making another woman feel another way, I would rather y'all be arguing over a rich man. Like, maybe is he written? Maybe he's in jail and rich. I don't know. This is all mind-boggling to me. Y'all let me know in the chat because I'm still trying to figure it out. Right? It don't make sense. Some of these things don't make sense to me, but we got to talk about it nonetheless. Erica is in her shop, and Scrappy stops by. Now, he heard about Bambi and Erica getting into it, and Erica says that Bambi was lying about the things. Now, what was she lying about? Because I don't think she was lying about this police report and this abuse allegation. Now, was the allegation true? We don't know because, well, we got to have a real serious ponderosa about disciplining our kids, okay? And I'm gonna say this: a kid is gonna do what a kid is gonna do, and a kid is gonna do what you allow them to get away with. And if you continue to allow them to get away with things, then they're gonna keep doing the things. To me, that is the issue at hand here. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about the kid because a kid is gonna be a kid. And kids will do and say one thing one day and say one thing another day. So it really is up to the parents to start putting some disciplinary actions in place. And whether or not that's what got Erica in this situation in the first place, I don't know. But some of this ain't a lie. Okay. Now, And I keep trying to ask myself why Bambi is the villain in Erica's story. This man, I mean, at the end of the day, Erica, you do recall, especially when Scrappy admits that most of his relationships, the demise of most of his relationships has been a result of him cheating. So, I mean, it's not a prize. Like dating him is not a prize at this moment in time, right? I just want you all to know that. And I'm not saying that Scrappy himself is not a prize. I'm just saying dating him right now is not the prize, right? There's a big difference between me saying right now this man is probably not eligible for dating. I don't think so. I don't think he is, because to me his head is still in some other places. And when a man when a man's head is in some other places, I mean, he really shouldn't be trying to entertain nobody. So I got to place some blame on him too. If you know that you're not ready, man, my brother, then I'm gonna tell, like it is what it is. Like Chaotic said, you need to be. I mean, just say what you want. If you want to be in multiple relationships, say that. If you can't be um just with one person, simply say that. So these women will know going in what the situation truly is for you. Okay. Um, Scrappy says all the abuse allegations is old, which tells me that there is truth to these abuse allegations. Now, again, whether the abuse is true or not, I don't know, because it sounds like, based on what Scrappy is saying, that Imani has even said crazy things about him on social media. So at a certain point in time, when do the parents start to say to the child, stop going on social media and saying these things? Stop it. This is not something that you're allowed to. Take the phone away from this child at the end of the day, because ultimately, I'm not saying it's all her fault, but what I'm saying is kids gonna do what kids gonna do until you stop them from doing what you don't want them to do. Period. That's why half of these, I was about to really get into a sermon, but I'm not, because it has nothing to do with what we got to talk about today. But some of y'all need to be disciplining these kids, okay? And when Scrappy says all those abuse allegations is old, it wasn't even Bambi's business. To me, that also tells me that she didn't have nothing to do with it, the way that Erica is choosing to believe that Bambi did. I ain't saying that Bambi was doing everything right, because I don't know that to be true. But what I'm gleaning from the words that are coming out of each person's mouth is Scrappy is saying a similar thing that Bambi is saying, but he's just mad that she's bringing it up. Erica is saying it's not true. Girl, the Bambi showed the receipts online, so some of it's true. Some of the root of this issue has to go back to what you guys are doing about what Imani is saying online, or what she is saying to each of y'all. Y'all as co-parents need to get together to really have an understanding of what may be happening with her, why she's saying what she's saying. Scrappy's telling us that she didn't call him that man before, just like she online calling Bambi that lady. So at the end of the day, there's a common denominator here that everybody seems to want to overlook, because she's a child, right? Or at least may have been at that point in time. Now, if you 18 and you still doing this, then we got another situation that we're gonna talk about, okay? Because my belief is that when you turn 18 and you start coming after people, at the end of the day, you got to also be prepared as an adult to receive whatever comes back your way. And as much as I feel like Bambi should be taking the high road with, Imani, and with the things that, an 18-year-old may be saying, I also feel like, as much as I want to say that, I have had my moments too where I have clapped back at somebody who has said something to me crazy, either on this platform or in the comments, and I ultimately regret it, right? I regret it because, to me, my purpose is to do things that bring me joy. that don't bring me joy. Actually, it's low vibrational plate energy. So I shouldn't even be I shouldn't be a party to it. So, I feel like as much as I want Bambi to take that high road, I also feels like I understand sometimes you I mean, if you're gonna take, in my opinion, she took a lemon and she made lemonade and said that lady. Okay, because if everybody in the comment section was calling her that lady based on something that Monty had said, then it is what it is. Erica, you can't be mad about it because it ain't like she clapped back at her and said something evil to her. She simply said, "Okay, that lady, that's me. Y'all want to call me that?" She took to me, like I said, she took lemons and she made lemonade, but that's just me. Scrappy says he feels like a failure, like he did, like he did her wrong or cheated or whatever. And Erica says, "Well, did you?" And Scrappy says, "Well, texting, entertaining, having somebody come to the room. I mean, I guess that's cheating or whatever, but that ain't the reason why, we broke up or whatever." According to Bambi, it is. But anyway, Erica brings up Imani's IG post about calling Bambi that lady. And like I said, apparently Imani, according to Scrappy, has referred to him in a similar fashion before, but then turn around and ask him for $500. This is what I mean by actually disciplining the child, because at a certain point, to a certain degree, these actions are causing discord amongst the adults. And y'all don't know, nobody in this trifecta seems to realize that y'all have got to have a conversation with her. That doesn't mean that Imani is a bad child. That just means that Imani is a teenager. She's doing what teenagers can potentially do. And if you don't manage that situation accordingly, y'all will always have some level of discord, because if she's unhappy with one parent, she may get online and say something about that parent on any given day. And their excuse in this scene is, well, that's just Imani. That's just Imani. No, it can't just be just Imani. It has to be, I'm the parent. I'm going to put some measures into place to make sure she don't continue to do this. Period. And Erica is still going on about Bambi being that lady because she's way older than me and you. Okay. And I was like, how old is Bambi then? Anyway, Jessica is going into surgery. And yep. Bambi invites Erica and Sierra over to her new, this is where things get crazy. To a new place for some hookah. Okay. Hookah and Henny. And so they ask Erica if Safari is taking care of everybody else's children, because at this point in time, we know that he has gifted Amara La Negra's children or child or something like that Rolexes, when he allegedly either forgot or didn't even give kids to his get gifts to him and Erica's kids. Now, I could go on and on about Safari as well. Some Safari, along with Chaotic, to me seem like court jesters. And what I mean by that is, these don't seem like dudes that ladies should take seriously. These seem like dudes that you should just, if you want to engage, just have a good time with them. Look at them for what they truly are able to give you. That does not, I'm not saying that this makes these men bad people. What I'm saying is, do not let them treat you like you are an option when you are the prize, baby. I want you to know that. To my ladies that are listening, I don't care who you are, near, far, and wide. My ladies, leave your man at home. The club is full of ballers and their pockets full grown. I need you to just go out and have a good time with these court jester type of dudes. They might be good for laughs. They might be good for a good time. They might be good for a roll in the hay. But at the end of the day, baby, they're not relationship material yet. Okay. I don't care what they tell you. I need you to look. I need you to take a global perspective of these men. Look at who they hang out with. Look at their circle of friends. Anybody could tell, anybody with two eyes, two ears, a mouth, a nose, skin, whatever, can tell that neither one of these two guys are ready for anything more than a good time. Period. Now, back to what I was saying. So apparently, Erica feels like Safari is trying to get in good with Amara through her kids, because that is allegedly what he did with King, right? Who is, I guess, Erica's oldest son. And King did not want to even be a part of that whole situation when they got married because he felt like, he was a pawn in that whole situation, right? So now Erica feels like, Safari is doing the same thing with Amara, aka the Miami girl, as Erica says. So apparently Safari showed up to her house a couple of months ago. That was in February, crying, and they was in the bed together. They did not have relations because she was on her monthly, but he did do some other things while she was on her monthly. And I was like, and I don't know nothing about these things. So y'all have to let me know. Is that a thing? Is that a thing or a non-thing? Somebody let me know in the chatterization down below. And apparently, up until a month ago, he was on her neck about getting his family back. Meanwhile, at this point in time, he also had to be running up after Amara La Negra because when Chaotic confronts him about it, apparently he was Amara La Negra told her Chaotic, why is she telling him anything? I don't know. That Safari and her was getting it in before, during, and after Jamaica. I'm assuming this is during those family reunions that I don't watch. Now on March 17th, apparently Erica gets a call and she looks at Sierra and says, do you mind me talking about this? And Sierra looks mad uncomfortable. I will admit that she looked mad uncomfortable. So Bambi was like, what y'all took me out the group chat for this? What? So Sierra called her about something that had really been tearing her up. Apparently, Sierra was letting Safari know what was going on with her and Eric. And I'm like, why would you be talking to him? Does Safari look like the type of man that's gonna give you some sage relationship advice? Girl, no. That's why I don't understand why she's having a conversation with him about anything. Again, read the tea leaves, people. This man is not relationship material. So why would you go to him about how to start an OnlyFans? Go to him about how to make a coin, because clearly he know how to make a coin. Go to him about how to get on each and every loving hip hop franchise that they have out there. Go to him about that, but do not go to him about how to maintain your relationship, because that, to me, it does not seem like his strong suit. So go to him about some other things, but just not that. Anyway, apparently he kept texting her and he was like, I need to talk to you. So then he called and he said, I want to tell you, but I feel like you already know. And she's like, what? Is everything okay with Erica? He's like, yeah, I want to be in a relationship with you. And she's like, now what? Now say what now? And he was claiming he always had a crush on her. And she ended up telling Erica because she wanted her to find out from her. And she felt like Safari was just trying to get a reaction out of her. Now, to me, I don't know that it would have took me a month to tell Erica, because I know that Erica might have been going through and through. But the moment that man had called and started talking about that and how he was, when she used to go over the house and cook for them, how he was taking videos and stuff like that of her, I would have told her right then and there. I might have three-wayed her in on that call, because I'm like, brother, you have got an issue, and you're not about to have me wrapped up in some type of drama, because now Sierra is all wrapped up in it because it's now being brought up on camera. That's some crazy stuff right there, and she calls him a creep. But again, my thought is, girl, don't listen. Here's the thing. I don't know why you chose to talk to him versus maybe going to God. But what I do know is, next time you have a relationship issue, I think you need to think twice about who you go to for a relationship advice. Maybe go to Yandy, maybe go to Rashida or somebody, or like I said, take it to the Lord. But do not take it to Safari. Why would you do that? That makes no sense to me. Erica asked a very good question. Why aren't these men out here trying to make things easier for the women who are taking care of their kids? Baby, that's the question of the year. All right. Sierra says they're going to confront Safari. So I can't wait to see that happen. Apparently, 2 hours later, Bambi posted that lady picture, and Erica started commenting on the blog. So she clapped back and revealed, I guess, the police reports maybe, or whatever it was, about the alleged abuse. I don't know. So there's a pool party happening at Scrappy's house because, why not? He's going through. And they asked Safari, because he shows up, on all the shows, and they asked what's up with the Rolexes for Amara's kids. And Jock says it's not something that he would do, but Safari is like, well, people need to remember that I'm single. That may be true, but if we know, or if we have heard time and time again that you don't do for the kids that you already got, yeah, people gonna be asking why you gifting Rolexes to some other woman's children. Okay, it don't really make no sense, especially when they don't see you looking like daddy of the year for yours. He really has no concrete explanation for doing what he does other than he can do whatever he want to do, and that's the truth. Okay, it just don't look right. Anyway, when Chaotic arrives, we learned that Bambi had a conversation with Eric with Scrappy. And Scrappy had went to tell her that Imani didn't mean no harm by that post that she made. And so I guess Bambi recorded the conversation. I personally also did not like that. I do not like when people record conversations and then post them online because I just kind of feel like, unless two people agree that the conversation should be had, I just feel like I don't like when that happens. Even if you're trying to prove your point, I just feel like, to me it's just, I get it. I get it. She wants people to see what she's experiencing, but I don't like it because I just feel like you should. I don't know. It's difficult for me to say what I would and wouldn't do in a situation when I've never been in it, but I can tell you what I don't like, and I just don't like that. So that's just me. Scrappy says he wants to be like Safari and Chaotic. I'm like, you ain't that far from it, sir. So Chaotic tells him he needs to learn how to say no to monogamy and marriage, and that he needs to get with polygamy. What's polygamy? You mean polygamy? Anyway, so at that point, Chaotic confronts Safari about Amara not wanting to claim him, but I guess later on, Amara confided in him that they was doing a do like all up and through before Jamaica, during Jamaica, and after Jamaica. I don't really understand this. Suddenly, Diamond shows up though, Diamond Dale, and the dude starts screaming about Scrappy finally being happy. Now, he walks up to Diamond. They start addressing, yeah, we never did anything when you came to my hotel room when I was on tour. Wink. Okay. But Diamond says Bambi out here looking real bad and right now. And I'm like, I don't know if you think you looking any better in this situation. But okay. So Diamond says that new face Sierra is gonna be addressed. Space Cadet Erica is also gonna be addressed. And then Diamond reveals that Bambi was trying to be her friends when she and Scrap were dating 11 years ago. So that's probably why Bambi is so paranoid. And I'm thinking to myself, Diamondale, if you was running around with this man, entertaining him in his hotel room when you know he was married, I don't know how you think that this makes you look either. And what you gonna address Sierra and Erica for? Like, they ain't got nothing to do with you. Period. So again, we have someone else, another beautiful young lady who is willing to get down with the get down over some dude that ain't even chose you yet. Not that you need to be chosen, but why are you even in this situation? Like, I just want y'all to just think. Think for a second. If he did it to you, if he did it to them, what makes you think he's not gonna do it to you? Especially when that's been his continuous track record. I understand people ain't perfect, but dang on it. Like, let's put it like this. Bambi indicates that Scrap, or alleges that Scrap wasn't paying his portion of the rent at the place where they were living. That was also the place where his kids was. So if he won't on top of that, what makes you think that he's going to be all of these things for you? Unless your standards is just low. Okay? Like I said, this is not me coming after the dude. This is not me coming after the woman either. I'm just saying, take a look around. Read the tea leaves. And want better for yourselves. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Jessica is recovering from surgery. She has 6 months to have a baby. And so Rennie and Erica finally have a conversation. Here we are. You get two other women fighting over somebody else that may or may not have been in prison at some point in time. I don't know. Listen, if you want to stay with somebody and while they in locked up and you want to hold them down, I don't have no problem with that. But again, like I said, if 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 while you doing so, there's other people in the mix holding him down, and you one of many, girl, girl, we need to play that Destiny's Child song, okay? So anyway, here's the CeeLo. Erica feels like Rennie was hitting up somebody she was dating. Apparently, she was hitting up some person named Finesse about work, and apparently he was in the jail. So she unfollowed Rennie after saying that she would you know, go downtown. That's the way to my love. And so, but she never asked Rennie about the situation. And Erica says, well, we weren't really close like that to ask about it. And Rennie is like, well, if I don't know you mad, and you're saying that makes no sense to me, because you was just saying that you want to go downtown. That's the way to my love. But you can't hit me up about a dude, some confusion about a dude. Like, what's tea with that? I'm kind of with you on that one. Like, if you making these types of proclamations, you doggone well sure could have hit me up about somebody that you thought I was trying to get with and you with, okay? And did you say that you wanted to go downtown while you was with while you was with homeboy? Because that's a whole nother issue right there, or is it? Anyway, apparently Rennie had a conversation with him in the club. He said he made a song about her while he was locked up. That was the end. She found out about him and Erica, and she cut this thing off. Okay. So Erica is still on well, we not that close or whatever. Okay. And so meanwhile, Rennie says, well, you slept with my man and doing crazy stuff up under our photos. And I'm like, what? So apparently Erica slept with Rennie's ex, maybe, or fiance or something, before Rennie ever got with her. If it happened before, who cared? Who cared? I don't really care. I don't care. Whatever happened before me, I don't care. It does not matter. We got 99 things to think about. That should not be one of them. Okay. Let's not live in the past. That's the way I look at it. And so I guess she expected Erica to tell her that. And she says it's hypocritical because, well, Erica's coming at her about something similar. So I can understand the hypocrisy of it all. But then things go downhill from there. Okay. They do get in a good read or two. Okay. Rennie says that the baby hairs have definitely moved down Erica's face and into her eyes because it's affecting her vision because the B can't see clearly. Baby, I think I melted a little bit when she said it, because those baby hairs are down to here. Okay. The baby hairs are bayanging. All right. The baby hairs have turned into a beard. So Erica tells her that she needs therapy and she needs some wine, which clearly triggers, okay, Rennie, who then tosses what appears to be milk at Erica. And then things go all the way left from there. And then the scene cuts to black and we can't see what's going on. Next thing we know, Rennie's walking out. She's calling Sierra, telling her what happened. And Sierra's like, go apologize to her. I don't think that's going to happen. She probably not allowed back in the establishment no more. But baby, let me tell you something. I don't know what was in that glass. I don't know if it was milk, if it was boba tea. I don't know if it was what you call them, coconut drinks or something like that, rum or some type of I don't know what she threw at that girl, but it definitely looked like milk to me. All right. So Erica's running around with the milk on her face, and the situation just ends from there. It descends into chaos. And yet again, I'm thinking to myself, here are two beautiful young ladies fighting over what? Some dudes that they ain't even dating no more? Oh, listen, I ain't got time for it. I don't know what else to think about it. All I do know is that you can download June's Journey for free now using my link in the description of this video. And with that being said, of course, I will catch y'all in the